Okay, we are now in the part 2 of our file server management. Now we need to set up storage spaces and also the duplication. Start server manager, file and storage services, storage pools, and now I have a two virtual disks. If you can see here, need to refresh this one, virtual disk 1 and then virtual disk 2. Next, we need to create a storage pool based on the disk. Task, new storage pool. Next, we need to create a name. Storage pool 1. Next, we need to select the source. So I selected the source of virtual disk 1, the capacity of 20 gig. Next, and then create. Close. Now we have the storage full based on this virtual disk 20 gig. Now, after that, we need to create a volumes or the virtual disk. Right click, new virtual disk, or you can click here in the task from the tab bar of virtual disk, task, new virtual disk, the source, the vStorage 1, that will be the source or the storage full source. Click OK. The next, so we need to create this one, virtual disk 1. Next, next. So we need to create from the mirror. This will be the uh data is striped across physical disk. From mirror, this will be the RAID 1, and then parity, this will be a RAID 5. Next, tin, also this will be the most uses in the production field. Tin. Next, then I will specify the gig, so I need to create a 10 gig. That. Next, and then create, then close. Now I need to continue for the volume wizard. Next, and then next, next. So I need to specify the drive letter, so I also selected the default. Next, so the file type, so NTFS. Next, and then create. Now I am successfully created a virtual disk. Then then we check if this will be successfully created. File Explorer, this PC. Now I already successfully created. Now we are successfully created a virtual disk, and then we need to add some virtual disk. So task, new virtual disk. So select the storage pool. Okay. Next, VD2 or the virtual disk 2. Next, next, simple, next, provisioning type, teen, next, specify 10 gig, next, create, close, and then before creating a new volumes, next, 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 volume F, I will select the default, next, next, create. close. So as you can see, I have a physical disk and 20 gig, and then I created a virtual disk of 2 separated of 10 gig and 10 gig. Then we need to check this PC. So I successfully created. Now as you can see, I have one disk left, 30 gig. Okay, we need to create a storage full for another that. Add physical disk. So I have one for 30 gig. Okay, and now this will be mix or something merge from the virtual disk itself. So then we can create another disk, virtual disk storage. So we have a capacity. Okay, next. So virtual disk 3, next, next, sample, next, provisioning type 10, next. I need to specify for 30 gig, next, create, close, and then new volume wizard, next, next, 30 gig, next, default drive letter, next, end of test, next, create. Now I have 3 virtual disks, so we need to check if this disk correct. Okay, from G is 29 gig. So that's it, how you can configure the virtual or the storage spaces. Now we need to set up the data deduplication. Start server manager, manage, add roles and features, next, 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 drop down the file and storage services, done, and then select for data deduplication. Add features, this one, we need to select this one, next, next, install. Fast forward. Okay, done install, then close. Then we need to check for a file and storage services, disk, and then we need to select the disk 3 or the 3. So the 3 we have a 30 gig capacity, and then all of this virtual disks like VD1, VD2, and VD3, the data duplication are disabled. So we need to enable each of these virtual disks. Now we need to select in G or virtual disk G, right click, configure data deduplication, and then we need to enable. So general purpose full file server, I need to select that, and then here deduplicate files older than 3 days. So max. So we need to from the production environment, mostly is 5 days. And then the custom extension to exclude, so we need to exclude like we say if the M or the MP4 or the JPEG format of file, we need to exclude this because that will be not um, update. And here we can add a folders, can add the folders like sample for G. We can create a file, new folder, then select that. So this folder is not data duplication cannot be the duplicate. And then apply and okay. So in short, so how we can evaluate if the data can save more spaces. So first thing, data, it means this will be all the data. So we need to right click properties and then size is 1.66 gig. So we need to check using the command line or the PowerShell the duplication evaluation. Okay, start, right click, Windows PowerShell admin, then the p eval location. So Windows Server SRV1 backslash G drive backslash data. Enter. Okay. Okay, we are done now. So it means the files evaluated. So evaluated folder size of 1.67 gig. Files in evaluated folder is one, and then space saving for 90 percent, 99%. So from process file 1.67 gig optimized file size to 53.29 KB. So that's it. That's the purpose of data duplication. Thank you.